Today we're talking about the cost of flood insurance here in Jackson Lake, Georgia. You know, Jackson Lake, Georgia recently experienced severe flooding from Hurricane Helene, and a lot of people found out they either didn't have flood insurance, they didn't have enough because they thought the cost was a lot more than it really was. So today we want to really talk about the true cost of flood insurance here on the lake. Now, to understand cost, we have to understand things like flood zones first. And we've talked about those in some of our other videos. But as of late 2021, the federal government no longer uses flood zones to determine the rates. And about 80% of the time, private companies don't either. They use something called a flood risk score. And what they're doing is they're looking at different data, like distance to water, like you can see right here, the type of flooding frequency, the replacement cost of your property, the actual cost to replace it if it was completely destroyed, the elevation of your property, how far above the lake are you elevated? All these things are being used to determine your rate with the National Flood Insurance Program and private flood insurance. So now that we know how the flood zones work and some of the factors that are used to determine the cost of flood insurance, how much are you really going to pay here on Jackson Lake? I can't tell you exactly how much you're going to pay, but what I can tell you is after 15 years of experience, what we have seen with helping more than 10,000 people with flood insurance throughout the United States. And that is here on Jackson Lake, Georgia. With the National Flood Insurance Program, we see average premiums probably right around $1,000 a year. And we see private flood insurance premiums closer to the $700 mark. Does that mean you're going to pay that? No, you could pay less. You may end up paying more. Once again, it depends on your flood risk score, the elevation, distance to water, if you're in a floodway, all these different things. But maybe as a homeowner or property owner here in the Jackson Lake area, this gives you an idea of flood insurance costs here on the lake. Now, if you're ready to take the next steps of getting a flood insurance quote, you can do that down below. It's really simple. 3 simple steps. Step 1, fill out the form. Step 2, review your proposal. And step 3, finalize your policy. It's that easy in getting protected. I'm Chris, the Flood Insurance Guru, and I want to say thank you for watching today's video on what homeowners need to know about flood insurance costs here on Jackson Lake, Georgia.